What happens when a tweet shakes the very foundations of international in today's hyper-connected world? Prime Minister Narendra Modi's tweet advocating for closer ties with Taiwan has become a global talking point. This post, simple yet profound, has drawn a formal protest from China, which claims Taiwan as its own. The tweet acts not just as a statement, but as a strategic move influencing international relations. Now, let's unpack the timeline of events that led to this diplomatic stir. On a seemingly ordinary day, a tweet from PM Modi set the stage for an international spectacle. In his post, the Prime Minister extended warm wishes to Taiwan on their National Day, applauding their democratic values and resilience. This seemingly benign gesture was met with enthusiasm and gratitude on Taiwanese social media, with thousands of users retweeting and praising India's acknowledgement of their sovereignty. However, the reaction was not universally positive. Almost immediately, major international news outlets picked up the story, underscoring the geopolitical tension it stirred. China, viewing Taiwan as a breakaway province rather than a sovereign state, responded with stark disapproval. Chinese officials and state-controlled media criticized Modi's move as an infringement on the One China policy, which has long governed the delicate diplomatic relations in the region. With the digital ink barely dry, China's response was swift and severe. China wastes no time in making its displeasure known. Following Prime Minister Modi's tweet expressing closer ties with Taiwan, Beijing swiftly lodged an official protest. China's reaction is rooted deeply in its long-standing policy that regards Taiwan as a breakaway province, expected to be reunited with the mainland, by force if necessary. This perspective is non-negotiable for the Chinese government, and any suggestion of international legitimacy for Taiwan is met with staunch opposition. The Chinese Foreign Ministry issued a statement reiterating its commitment to the One China policy and demanded that India respect China's sovereignty and territorial integrity. The statement underscored that any deviation from this policy by foreign governments is seen as a challenge to China's national security and territorial claims. This diplomatic skirmish highlights the delicate balance of international relations in Asia, where statements and tweets can quickly escalate into diplomatic standoffs. As the diplomatic cables buzzed, the world watched to see how India would respond. Caught between a tweet and a hard place, how does India navigate this diplomatic quagmire? In response to the uproar caused by Prime Minister Modi's tweet expressing closer ties with Taiwan, the Indian government has been treading a fine line. Officials have been quick to manage the fallout, emphasizing that India's foreign policy remains consistent and committed to peace and stability in the region. This stance is aimed at mollifying China while not retracting the sentiment expressed in the tweet. Within India, the reactions have been varied. Some political figures and strategists endorse the Prime Minister's move, viewing it as a bold step towards asserting India's foreign policy independence. Others caution against antagonizing China, warning of economic and security repercussions. Public opinion, too, is split. There is a growing nationalist support for Modi's stance, which resonates with those who advocate for a stronger, more self-reliant India. Conversely, there are concerns about the potential strain on India-China relations, which could impact everything from trade to border security. With national pride and international relations at stake, India's next steps are crucial. The ripple effects of a tweet travel far and wide. In the wake of Prime Minister Modi's tweet expressing closer ties with Taiwan, the global stage has been abuzz with reactions. Nations around the world, along with international political analysts, have chimed in, each adding their perspective to this unfolding diplomatic narrative. From the corridors of Washington to the halls of Tokyo, governments are recalibrating their approach to both India and China. Analysts suggest that such a public endorsement of Taiwan by a major regional power could shift geopolitical alliances, influencing not just bilateral but also multilateral relationships. The European Union, typically cautious, has called for dialogue and stability in the region, reflecting concerns about the potential for escalated tensions. Meanwhile, Southeast Asian nations, closely watching the power dynamics, are weighing their options, balancing their economic dependencies with China against their strategic interests. Experts argue that this incident might set a precedent for how nations engage with Taiwan, possibly encouraging more overt expressions of support or, conversely, urging a more subdued diplomatic stance. As the dust begins to settle, the long-term consequences of these few characters remain uncertain. In today's digital age, the power of a tweet is undeniable. What began as a simple tweet from Prime Minister Modi expressing closer ties with Taiwan quickly escalated into an international debate, highlighting the complexities and sensitivities of global diplomacy. China's swift response to the tweet, officially protesting and expressing their discontent, underscores the delicate balance of power and diplomacy in Asia. India, on its part, has had to navigate these turbulent waters carefully. Balancing its strategic interests with China while fostering relationships with other global players like Taiwan showcases the intricate dance of diplomacy and the challenges that come with it. The global community has not been silent either. Various nations and international bodies have weighed in, each adding layers to the unfolding narrative. This incident has not only affected bilateral relations, but also has implications for broader international alignments and strategies. Reflecting on this situation, it becomes clear just how influential social media has become in the realm of international politics. A platform once designed for social interaction now plays a pivotal role in political communication and diplomatic engagements. The immediacy and wide reach of platforms like Twitter can amplify political messages, influence public opinion, and sometimes even sway diplomatic relations. As we've seen, a single tweet can indeed be mightier than the sword. Thank you for tuning in, and remember, the world is just a click away. Thank you for watching. If you found this analysis enlightening, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more insightful content. Engaging with our videos not only keeps you informed, but also supports our efforts to bring you in-depth discussions on global events and their implications. Hit the bell icon to get notified about our latest updates, and share this video to help spread awareness about the complex world of international diplomacy. Your interaction makes a big difference in how we connect and educate on global issues. Until next time, stay informed and engaged.